I'm going to record too because Carmen said she couldn't make it. So I'm going to share my screen, go to my...
Now, Melissa, I don't know if I'm following the 5 things, but like lately I've been kind of trying to post other things, like just like goofy things about myself, like with my family, my daughter. I posted today. I was excited because I had a PTO day, the first time in 4 months. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to like mix it up a little bit. I don't know if it's like kind of what that is about, but it's just trying to, it's not just I'm gonna just blow up my Facebook with workouts and before and after pictures. It's like, okay, I have a family. I like to, do fun things. I'm drinking tea on my patio, so things like that.
Yes, and that's perfect. So the 5 things is really just a guide for people who aren't sure exactly what to post, but yes,
Okay.
perfect. Posting about other things. I loved your day off pictures, your Starbucks cup, stuff like that. Yeah, that's perfect. And Jenny is a great one to follow if you struggle with what to post.
Oh, Melissa, you're too kind.
Yeah, you guys should send each other and kind of see what everybody else is. And I try to share your posts too to the team page so you can see other good examples. But yeah, that's perfect. So building your network, I made this for a Super Saturday a while back, but this is just talking about how to start building your network. Most of you are new, and so you still have a warm market. That means people you know for real in real life. As you get through your warm market, you'll start meeting new people. But when you start out, every person as you're posting who likes or comments on your post, I always send a private message, whether it's Beachbody related or not, just to start a conversation. And yeah, don't go into that with like an ulterior motive. This is a relationship-based business. So you're basically just making friends or rebuilding a friendship that you had before. And it's been pretty incredible because I've gotten to touch base with old friends. Christine, we went to college together. Kim, I distantly related to you, but
Yeah.
I've made some pretty great relationships or strengthened some old ones through this, and it's been incredible. So I just message everyone. And I've also met some pretty interesting people. Like I got to talk to a 911 dispatcher. She was probably the most interesting one recently. But yeah, you meet so many people. You just get to have cool conversations. You get to know what they like, what they dislike, their struggles, all different parts of the country. It's cool. But so that's just adding to your network. That's not really what we want to talk about today. We're talking about social media. So choose 5 categories. So one of the things that Beachbody taught me is confidence. I never had confidence. So when I was a new coach, I thought, I'm not interesting. I have nothing to share. No one will relate to me because I'm boring. There's nothing interesting about my life. I figured out that is false. There are other people that are like me. Sure, I'm probably boring to people that go to the club on Friday nights because I've never been that person. I will never be that person. But I don't want to attract people that go to the club on Friday because I can't relate to them. I can relate to people who want to watch Netflix on Friday. And so that's too.
Yes.
So that's what we're thinking about. Don't think I want to attract everyone in the world. Think, what are the things that I like? What makes me me? Or Brian asked me this was interesting. I've been building my like page, and so I've been doing paid advertising, and you get to put categories of people. And he said, well, what do you like to do? I said, I like to eat. That's all I like to do. And I do my things. I do something else that's fun. And said, well, if money and time weren't an issue, what would you do? And I was actually afraid to list things up. Well, I would travel. I would do things like go hiking for real instead of just in the park down the road. I would read for fun if I had more time. And so he said, put those things. So think about think about that when you're thinking about your 5 things. Who are you? What kind of things would you like to do? What kind of things do you do? And think about who is the person that you want to attract and write your post for them. Not for everyone, but for them. And so when I chose my 5 categories, this was a while ago, but I did family, food, garden, odd and goofy things, and then just living life. And so that's kind of transformed. I now do kids mainly because I do a lot of tot school stuff, activities with them, and then I get really nostalgic and sappy a lot because I live my life always being sad that I'm missing stuff or it's going by too fast. And I know a lot of other moms can relate to that, so I like to post that stuff. Always think about adding value. So is this post going to add value? Is it going to make somebody laugh? Is it going to make somebody think? Is it going to give them a new idea? Like I always like to post when I find cool tot school ideas or good recipes because people like that stuff. Asking for advice. So those advice, opinions, people cannot resist giving their opinion or their advice about stuff. I don't know if you guys caught my what's your favorite nail color post when I did my pedicure. But if you notice that those get the most comments because people cannot resist telling me what their favorite, like just something as dumb as nail color. And so doing those is really fun to see who's actually looking at your wall because it'll be crickets in the beginning. No one will like or comment on your stuff. But when you do stuff like that where they can't resist, oh, I want to share my opinion on that. Of course I do. Then you'll see what people are actually seeing most. So food goes really well with Beachbody. I love to eat. I love to cook. And so turning recipes into healthy recipes has been a fun challenge, and it just kind of works with what we're doing. If you don't like to cook, you don't have to like to cook. There's tons of Beachbody coaches who don't know how to cook. That's why I like Shakeology so much. Gardening, that was one because I made this in the summer, but I kind of like do that with nature and outdoor stuff, odd and goofy things. I've always had weird off the wall thoughts, and I share those when I do because usually they get a laugh out of the people that I'm trying to attract. So remember, like I have corny jokes. I'm not trying to attract someone who's too cool for corny jokes. I'm trying to attract people who will laugh at corny jokes.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of posting who you are because you're trying to attract your people. Not, if that makes any sense, not the whole world. You want your people because that's who you're going to want to work with, right? You want to work with people who you can relate to, who are going to get you, and you're going to get them. So I just have some example posts, and this is, again, old, but I always like to do a picture because they're eye-catching. Kid pictures and animal pictures always get a lot of good interaction. Food pictures, I always post kid meals get a lot of attention because people never know what to feed their kids. I always post when I cheat because I want people to know that I still struggle and that I don't only eat salad all the time, even though there's salad over here. But posting food ideas is good. I did a how-to. Doing how-tos is good. So think about the things that you struggled with when you first started. This is another good thing. The National Wake Up Call was good this week. She said, I don't try to talk to the girl that I am now. I talk to the girl who I was before I started Beachbody. And I do that a lot too. So I've just recently started doing it. I haven't shared a lot of my story because it's awkward, but I didn't even realize how much I struggled with confidence until we got this Punta Cana invite. And so I've started sharing more about that, how I was afraid to sit with the people in the youth group. And people sent me messages. I had no idea you felt like that. Or what are some other ones? Oh, I've been sharing things that are embarrassing, like the fact that I regularly used to eat an entire hot and ready pizza by myself. To see my posts now, you would never know that I used to be that person, but I was. And so people that know me now, That's surprising, but people who knew me before, that's not surprising because they were probably with me eating hot and ready by myself. Um, so you want to share like those stories about where you came from, the struggles that you had, because when people see your posts about what you're doing now, they think like, ah, and think about who you were before, think about the objections you had to Beachbody before. Mine were, well, it's easy for her. I looked at my coach Shannon and thought, well, it's easy for her. She looks like she's never had a piece of cake in her life. Likes working out clearly because she does it every day. You know, they don't know that it took me my whole life to ever even like working out. And then I had to relearn how to like it after Devin. It took me 6. You guys are the only reason I stuck to it, because after Devin, I had zero interest. I could care less about exercising, but I knew I had my coaches and challengers that were in my groups, and I couldn't be sitting there eating a hot ready, not working out while saying, did you get your workout in today? So the ones that got me through that. And so I like to share, you know, I've always hated working out, and you really have to learn to like it. So those are more like the Beachbody stuff, things that you share. This is odd and goofy thing, just like weird things that I think, I don't know. This is old, so I don't remember exactly, but like I have jokes. I like that joke about Jack making the orange, you glad you're eating an orange joke. People like stuff like that. And then living life is like the random stuff, random things that you notice. I don't know. I like that category. But so then these are some example Beachbody posts. So when you do your Beachbody posts, you're not selling. You are trying to show what the value is. And this is a really hard concept. It took me a while to understand. So you're not wanting to post a picture of Autumn on the cover of the 21 Day Fix and say, this is on sale, buy it. And trust me, I did all that stuff, and it doesn't work. People don't care about what Autumn looks like. They know that she's in great shape. They want to know why you like it and what it's done for you. And so like this post got a lot of attention. It was a box of pants from college that I could fit into again. And I posted that, and those were 8 years old, 9 years old at that point. People can relate to that because either they have a box that they've been carting around for 5-10 years that they want to fit into and they never think they'll be able to, so that they can relate to that. Delicious snack idea. That, as I said, is a sneaky ad because you're talking about food and how you, like, this was one of my 21 Day Fix posts. This was a coaching ad. So I made enough money to buy the laptop I'm on right now. And so I posted about that. I was able to make enough money to buy this laptop. How exciting, blah, blah, blah. So those are examples of So you don't want to post, you never want to post like a picture of that Beachbody puts out. You want to make it your own. So I wouldn't post like a picture of a challenge pack and say, this is on sale for $160. All they're going to see is, wow, that's a lot of money. I don't have that. Instead of seeing, wow, that's insanely cheap that you get over 600 workouts plus all the nutrition plans, a free group, like you guys know. So you want to show people the value with your posting. A lot of people overcomplicate posting. Carmen did a really good job. She planned out a schedule. If you're a schedule person, a lot of coaches are, they like to plan out their whole week of posts. I feel like that's too much work. I'm too lazy when it comes to that. So I just like a rule of, I like to get at least 3 posts out a day. I post every morning, every afternoon, and every night. And so my morning post is always my accountability workout post. And I try to do some kind of motivation with that because I've been muting my workouts and listening to personal development while I do them. And so whatever I've listened to, I try to put that with my workout. Lunch is usually about food, or it's just about whatever I've got going on that day. fun, like, or today was the pedicure. My mom got me a pedicure for going to Punta Cana, so I wrote about that. And then at night, like today's Transformation Tuesday, and I posted some guides in case you don't know what to post. But the best times to post, think about when people are on their phones. You don't want to post at 5 o'clock on a Friday. No one's looking at Facebook. They're all at the club. Just kidding. But they're looking at your phone. You don't want to post like at 3 o'clock in a work day because everybody's working. The best times to post are Saturday morning and Sunday night, and then prime time is like between 8:30 and 9:30 Monday through Thursday. So at night, I like to try to post my challenge group. I have a challenge group coming up, or like the Transformation Tuesday, or if somebody joins coaching, I put those at night because more people are likely to see them. I like to post around lunchtime because more people are likely to see. Most of your friends are not seeing your posts. It doesn't show up in their feed. There's so many Facebook algorithms, but if you post when more people are on, you're more likely for your posts to get seen. And then also, like, if people like and comment on my posts, I don't respond right away. I go back to one of those prime times. So if I post in the morning, I don't like or comment until the afternoon, so it'll pop back up into people's feeds, the more interaction it has. But do you guys have any questions so far? I feel like I'm spewing a lot of information.
I have a question.
Okay.
Sometimes there's like photos with writing in it, or there's like a photo with 4 photos in it. Do you use a certain app for those?
Yes, I really like Photofy. I will post a list of the free ones. Brian likes Snapseed, but he's more techie than me, and that has way too many options. Simple. But yes, you can put words with Photofy for free, and you can put like all the pictures together. Stacy, I'll have Stacy write what she uses because she has a lot of cool ones. I wonder if those are too hard for me. If you're easier or harder ones. But yeah, so that's good. So do you guys have any posting goals? Like, when I first started coaching, I didn't post at all. I was a ghost on there. I was a silent stalker. I would never like or comment on anything. So it was really weird going from silently stalking people to posting 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else in that boat?
Yes.
I just, like, it's easier being a stay-at-home mom, I feel, because Facebook's my only adult interaction during the day. I treat Facebook like my friend that I talk to. So when a thought pops in, I post about it, or I put a funny story. Like,
That's fun. That's so fun.
So
I can use from 8 to 5. So I'm like, that'd be a really ugly photo.
What would be an ugly photo from 8 to 5?
Oh, I sit in like a beige cube from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and I'm like, this would be boring photo. Maybe one before, I guess, and then after work or something.
And you could do that. But like when you're at work, I'm sure there are things that happen that would be interesting, especially to your market. No?
Not lately.
There's a teacher who said that she would only post before school and then when she got home from school, because obviously you can't be on your phone when you're teaching, and that works. Like, whatever works for you. I've just found that for me, like, I like to do morning, lunch, and then at night. But you could do your workouts in the morning now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would talk about that if I was you. You did not like getting up for a very long time. And
I hate getting up.
Alarm clock. That would be a good post, and talk about how you've overcome getting up early and getting them done, and like why it's worth it for you to do that. That could be several posts. Actually, that's the other thing. breadcrumb. You don't have to tell your whole story in one post. Just do like tidbits here and there.
That's
Yeah,
good.
Melissa, I want real quick. I'd like to share a success story. I got one of the best messages ever. There's this girl I'm Facebook friends with, and we went to high school together. And to be honest, I wasn't really close with her. I mean, we got along, but we're Facebook friends, you know, whatever. Well, about a couple months ago, she never really commented on my post or anything. She private messaged me and said, Jenny, I just want to tell you, you inspire me to try to lose weight and get healthy. She said that she was overweight and she was on high blood pressure medication. And she's like, I really want to get my health in gear. She did not buy for anything Beachbody related, but she kept messaging me, telling me about her progress. She's like, you inspire me so much with your post, and you post your workout, inspires me to work out. She messaged me today. I cried when I read it. It doesn't take much to get me to cry. But she said, Jenny, she said, I'm at the doctor's today, right now in the doctor's office. She's messaging me. I lost 25 pounds and I'm going to be getting off my high blood pressure medication. She says, I wouldn't be right here if it wasn't for you.
Wow.
So, you know, that was just, I was crying. I mean, I sent her a voice message. This is probably something you can talk about, Melissa. Melissa has got me addicted to the voice message feature on Facebook Messenger. I love it. And
I can't get the hang of that thing. I keep
know,
letting
I
my
know.
finger off.
It's great. You know what? Wonderful is like sending a personal voice message to people. It's so powerful because I sent her a voice message. Just like I kept, you know, of course, going on and I just said to her that is just phenomenal. And she just said, and I told her, I said, sometimes I think I post too much about my workouts. You know. She says, no, keep doing it. She said, it inspires me, and I feel the best I've ever felt in a long time. So when we post, even sometimes people don't buy, people are watching, and we a lot of times don't even know, like, just because they don't like it or comment, they're taking that and they're doing something, not with us not even knowing.
You're exactly
So I just
right.
wanted to,
That gives me chills. I love stories like that. So that is what all of this is about. Why is all of this so important? Because this is a scary change to make. Think about how you were when you first started. It took me over a year. I know I've already talked to you about this. Over a year of watching Shannon post consistently every day before I even reached out to her. So had she quit or had she like fallen off or whatever, I don't know if I would have ever done this. I probably wouldn't have. I wouldn't have had the courage. And I love that quote. We give people the courage they need to change their lives. And to do that, they need to be able to relate to you, and they need to know that you're a person beyond just Beachbody. So seeing those posts, seeing your struggles, seeing who you are, that is what attracts people to you and makes them feel like they can do it. Jenny, you have awesome posts because your posts are real. You talk about your struggles all the time and your posts are genuine. It's not like, hey, look at how good I look, like Anchorman. It's like talking about how you feel and how you're proud of like the strength, like doing the push-ups unmodified, stuff like that. Those are the cool things that we can share. The weight, like I love your live videos about the confidence and like the what was that one where you're talking about clothes sizes? That was good. All that stuff is, so that's the kind of thing you're shooting for. Think about who do you want to help? So go into it. Who would be your perfect challenger? What were your objections before doing Beachbody, and do posts related to those. I do those all the time. So I was not going to be a shake person. I was not going to drink my food. I was going to eat my food. I was one of those people. And I was very like set on that. It took a while to try it. So I try to do posts about that. Any questions on any of that?
No.
No? So what are your posting goals? How often are you posting now, and how often would you like to post?
I post very, very rarely because I just don't think that anybody appreciates it.
But
I like to do what you do, is the 3 times a day, but I don't know.
Kim, you have so much value to add. Your meal prep is amazing. You should share that every time you do it. You should share how you do it, because so many people struggle with that.
I know. I don't know. I guess I'm just not, I don't know. I never had that kind of confidence.
Why not though? Your
know.
meal prep posts could help so many. In fact, they do in the challenge groups. When you show them, you have us very regularly. People say, "Oh, that's a great idea." And even though people aren't gonna like or comment, I will. I'll like and comment on it, and so
Yeah, I will too.
Well, I know you guys will.
And just know that in the beginning, it's gonna just be us, but people are seeing it. I've had people who were like me say, "Yeah, I've been watching you for a year now," and finally reach out or finally respond. They flat out won't respond to me when I talk to them, and that's fine. I've gotten past that, where if they're not going to talk to me, that's okay. They're not ready. It's not about you. They're not saying no to you. They're not ready yet.
No, because that's how I always thought was offensive too, is if I'd send a personal message to them or something and they don't respond back, I feel like, oh, darn it.
No, it's just they're not ready, and it's hard. So this is how I think about it. You represent a change that people know that they should make, but they're not ready to. And so Jenny and I talked about this the other day. They're not quite ready, and so they're not saying no to you. They're just not ready for making the change. But when they are ready, they'll remember, hey, Kim knows how to meal prep, and I want to know how to meal prep too, so I'm going to ask her about it. So what about you, Christine? What are your goals for posting?
I would say I'm in Kim's boat. Usually if I put a post, it's like I'm traveling somewhere and it's a landscape. Because I've had people say, "Where's the people?" And I'm like, I don't know. It's a pretty mountain.
Right?
So I don't know if I could do the 6 posts or whatever, but I'd really want to at least start doing at least once a day, if not twice. And then the other problem is my cell phone broke. So I need a new one this week. So
Oh no.
not to have an excuse, but
No, that's rough.
yeah. But I'm the same way as Kim. I don't have anything interesting, so I think I just need to put more time into it and just think of easy things. I mean, like you said, I wake up and I work out, but usually I do a photo of my face. So I'm like, no one wants to see my face every morning. So I need to be more creative, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what's great is the timer on. I don't know if you have an iPhone, but I think most phones have like a timer. So if you take a selfie of yourself, you guys have seen me do this. If I'm doing a plank or something, I'll set the phone and I'll do the timer and I'll hold, I'll look at the phone, and then it gives me a few seconds just to get in position, and it'll take it.
Yeah, I do that too. I put the timer 10 seconds. I allow myself 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I'll redo it 20 times until I get the pose.
Yeah, and I'm so much for exercising.
Right.
Taking pictures.
So wake up an hour earlier.
You know what would really push you out of your comfort zone is you're doing Country Heat, Christine. You could do a live video.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Baby steps, Melissa. Baby steps.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think I could even do that yet.
I'll
Oh
bring
my
it to the
goodness.
bottom and put my face on it.
So one of the people I really like, I posted her on the team page, Katie Ersta. She has great ideas. So you're right. It gets boring when you just do a workout selfie every day. So now I try to, whatever I'm talking about for my motivation, I try to take a quote from that and put it on the picture so they can still see that I'm working out. And I try to change up whatever post I'm doing, but really it's about that quote. And that's what should catch people's eye. And people like the motivation. Don't care about those people who are like, oh, it's just another motivational quote. We don't want to attract those people. We want to attract the positive people. And those negative people, they come around because they're going to see, oh, well, what you're doing is working. You're happy. I'm not. So maybe I should pay more attention to what you're doing.
Or they're just really jealous.
Yeah.
I met a lady at the grocery store that I hadn't seen in a long time, and she's like just looking me up and down, but not saying a single word. You know, and I'm like, she's just so jealous.
I know, like, that's exciting.
Silent wave.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that's good. We've got what?
Oh, one thing too is just like you said, like posting pictures of fruit. It's kind of funny sometimes. I know like people, and you don't want to be posting food pictures every second, but it's kind of good to show like all that you can eat. So
Yeah.
like sometimes like I'll put like all my stuff on my plate, and I'll say this girl eats, I eat, and I'm still meeting my health goals. Because
Right.
I think people think that, because even with me, like there's people, I actually had someone like, wow, you lost a lot of weight. What did you do? I think people do think like you starve yourself or
Mhm.
you eat funky food.
Right.
And it's like, no, I eat real food. So I
Yeah.
think that's something too, just for people to see that too. Like, wow, you're eating all that food and you're still losing weight and you're still getting strong. So I think too, that's another great thing too.
Right.
That's a really good point. Yeah. In fact, Shailene said that the other day because it's a weight training one. She said you can't starve yourself and get results. You can't. Your body has to have fuel in order to make these changes. So yeah, posting about that is really important, especially if you're doing the 21-day fix because people get those containers. I remember getting them thinking, I'm going to starve. These are tiny.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you don't realize how much food you actually get.
Well, I know I can't even eat it all in a day
Yeah.
anymore. I'm like, okay, I still have like a half a vegetable and I think a half a carb left today. I'm like, what? I'm not going to eat it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are shocked at how much food they actually get. So we're down to 2.5 minutes. Is there anything else, you guys, that I didn't cover that you need help with?
No.
So
No,
I think
this
it's
is all
just
very
getting
helpful,
out of the comfort
Melissa.
zone.
yeah, it really is. It's stepping outside of your comfort zone, and I feel like you'll be surprised. I felt like everyone was gonna unfriend me. I was gonna get all these messages, stop posting pictures of your food. But how did you make that? Or can I be in your meal prep group or just whatever? And again, invite to any of my groups. And if you ever want to start your own groups, I've got all of my my scripts. So you can use anything and everything of mine. Don't feel like you can't. Or anything in the dream team or desire to inspire team. So well,
Isn't it funny how we worry about other people's opinions of our posts, and they're probably the ones that we never even talk to in person, or
yeah,
Right.
I don't know, it's someone you know from high school, but you didn't even hang out with them then,
right? I've found that those are the people that end up reaching out are those ones you really ever talk to. Yeah. And it's pretty interesting,
Yeah.
those relationships.
Yeah, that
So,
girl that reached out to me today, I like I said, we were acquaintances, and even before I started Beachbody, we rarely interacted on Facebook. This is like the first time like we've like connected more so. So anything's possible.
Right.
yeah, that's awesome. It's fun getting to build those relationships. We're at less than a minute, so they're probably going to cut us off. But thank you guys for coming to the call.
Thank you.
Thanks. This was
Thank
good.
you.
Good. I'm glad it was helpful. I'm looking forward to your posts.
Okay, I'm gonna do
We're
more.
gonna do it.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Well,